Hey guys, what is going on? It is Voodoo here, and welcome to the weekly ritual. It is Sunday, so I'm on time again this week. It's March 23rd of 2014. Finally, some new games coming up this week. I'm pretty excited about playing some new games, and looking forward to it. So, there's a few things to clarify and just let everybody know of in this ritual. If you were on my Twitter account over the past couple days, I think I even mentioned this in my last, my last weekly ritual. I talked about the potential for me going on a trip to Memphis at the end of this weekend to the weekend, and that was up in the air. I didn't know if that was happening. It's not happening. And basically the story behind this whole situation was, as many of you know, it is March Madness, the tournament for the NCAA, basketball. And my grandpa and I are huge KU fans, hence this hat. He graduated from KU, and so he and I have been watching the games since as far back as I can remember. It's kind of like he and I's, just personal thing that we share and we love to do. And we have never, seen KU in person because, of course, we live in South Louisiana, so they never really come anywhere close. Well, they were playing in the tournament, and had they won their first two games, they would have gone on to the Sweet 16, which would be played in Memphis. And so we basically talked about it and planned that if in fact Kansas won the two games this weekend, that we would go ahead and buy tickets, and we were going to be going to Memphis to watch them on Thursday in the Sweet 16, and if they won there, then on Saturday in the Elite Eight in Memphis. Well, they won the first game on Friday. Unfortunately, today on Sunday they lost. They lost to Stanford by 3 today, and so obviously because they've lost, we're not going to be going to Memphis. So I'm pretty bummed out today, honestly, because this was an opportunity for me and my grandpa to do something that we've always wanted to do. We don't really get a lot of opportunities to do this kind of thing, again, because KU usually plays so far away from where we live that we can't get there. But this all kind of worked out to where Memphis is only about a 6-hour drive from here. We could get tickets at a reasonable price, and not only was it a Kansas game, but it was the tournament, the NCAA tournament. We're going to be able to go watch tournament games in person, see Kansas play, and just, have a trip, the two of us. And for me, it was more about the trip than it was Kansas winning. I mean, I really didn't think KU was going to win the championship this year anyway, even if they did go to Memphis, because I didn't think we were the best team. But really, more than Kansas winning, I wanted to have this trip with my grandpa, because it's something we've always wanted to do. We're very, very close, and we were ready. Like I said, we were going. All that needed to happen was KU to win, and we were gone. I had my computer with me at his house watching the game with him. Our plan was, as soon as the game was over, if they won, we were going to hop on, get tickets, and we would be gone. But it didn't work out. They didn't win, and so we're staying home. And it's just disappointing and sad to me because, again, he's not getting any younger. He's going to be 84 in December of this year. He's 83 right now, so he's not getting any younger, and so it's tough having to wait another year for the possibility of us going to do this when we were just so close to doing it this year. But it's sports, it's the way things go, and it's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of disappointing for us because this could have been a really special trip for he and I, and it would have been more than just KU basketball, But hey, life goes on. It didn't work out. Maybe next year we'll get an opportunity and we can take advantage of it then. But anyway, I wanted to clarify that from what I posted on Twitter and everything. I will not be going to Memphis this week. So bad news for me, but good news for the channel. So first of all, a couple things I did last week before we jump into this next week. I did my second episode of Voodoo's Mailbag, which is now the name of my question and answer series. I did it, answered all the questions, and excuse me, and put that up early in the week. And then the only other thing I did was I actually did, I think on Tuesday maybe, I went on to ESPN and I actually I recorded myself filling out my bracket for March Madness for the tournament and uploaded that. Has over 100 views now. My bracket's completely destroyed. I mean, destroyed. Like I did okay last year. I didn't do that bad last year. All things considered, Florida Gulf Coast last year kind of destroyed that section of my bracket, but everything else was okay. This year, terrible. All my picks were awful. I felt pretty good about my bracket too, but it got destroyed, and I'm not even paying attention to it anymore. And especially since KU's out, my interest in the tournament is, eh. But I posted that up, and it looks like several people did at least watch it, and enjoy that. So that's cool. I didn't do Fallout DLC last week, and I posted this on Twitter, but I'll say it here. I honestly just didn't feel like it last week. I really didn't. I just didn't feel like I never felt in the mood to go do the DLC, and I knew that there weren't a lot of people clamoring to see the footage because when I did the DLC before, hardly anybody watched it. So I was like, well, if I don't feel like doing it, there's no need to push myself to do it because I don't think a lot of people are going to be disappointed if I don't. It's just kind of one of those things where I want to finish the DLC, but I'm not going to force myself to do it if I'm not in the mood. And that's kind of how it was last week. I was really tired all last week. Usually every weekend, I get an opportunity to kind of catch up on my sleep, but I didn't get to do that last weekend because if you remember, I was at that basketball tournament with my friend, and so like that Friday night we were up to like 4:30 in the morning, and then we went to bed at a decent hour Saturday night, but Sunday morning we had to be up early to go down to the championship game, so that was pretty early. So I didn't really get to catch up on my sleep last weekend, and I was kind of out of it this past week. So no gameplay, but that's okay because this week that's all going to change. We have new stuff, 2 new things obviously to play this week, which is really exciting. So quick note though, it didn't matter the fact that I wasn't here this weekend because I checked the mail right when I got back today. Infamous isn't there. So I'm assuming that it will come in tomorrow on Monday, so even if I had stayed here this weekend, I didn't get Infamous, so I wouldn't have been able to even play it. So it doesn't really matter that I was absent this weekend. So, but anyway, yeah. So tomorrow is Monday. Again, maybe not Outlast. We'll see. Like I said, Chris and I usually just do that when we feel like doing it. When we, I don't know if we're gonna feel like doing it tomorrow. That might be one of those things where we haven't played it in a long time, kind of like, with Outlast, and maybe something that I wind up putting on the back burner for a little while and just finishing up by myself later on. We started that whole thing, I was like, yeah, we're going to do this co-op, and it kind of didn't work that way. But anyway, so potentially Outlast on Monday. Definite footage begins Tuesday. Tuesday is Burial at Sea Episode 2, and this is the end of BioShock, basically as we know it, because Irrational's shutting down, Ken Levine's moving on. They're done with BioShock, so BioShock, the name will probably continue on into other games, maybe by 2K or whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, this is the end of BioShock because Ken Levine, and while I really did like BioShock 2, I actually loved BioShock 2. It's not part of the Ken Levine, canon and all that other kind of stuff. So for me, this is kind of the end of it. My favorite video game franchise ever, so I'm looking forward to playing the final bit of it on Tuesday, and my goal is to do a full playthrough all on Tuesday of Burial at Sea. So from start to finish, I'm hoping to just basically do a marathon run of it and beat it on Tuesday. And I will probably, I will do a marathon uploading of it too, so you'll see a lot of Burial at Sea coming your way over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday. And then, when I'm done that, it's on the infamous Second Son. And I'm planning on starting it, Wednesday-ish. Again, maybe something happens Wednesday, I can't play it, but Wednesday, Thursday-ish, and then just through to completion. I'm probably going to be staying here this weekend because I've gone home the past 2 weekends now. And again, since I'm not going to Memphis this weekend, I'll probably just wind up staying here, which means that for the most part, I'm going to be able to crank out a good bit of Infamous Second Son at the end of the week. And that's the good news. Because we've had a long time since there's been new content. I don't even remember the last like new playthrough we did. I mean, it's been forever since we did a playthrough of a new game, of new content. It's been, you know, a really long time. So, that's the good news, and that's what's going to be coming up, and that's really about it. That's all I have to say. So, Burial at Sea episode 2 Tuesday, and then Infamous Second Son the rest of the week, and then we'll go from there. So, thanks for watching. New stuff this week. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. I'll see you with all that new stuff coming up. I'm Voodoo. Peace out.